Hey, since the global pandemic is going on and getting bored is nothing new, so before we get back to work, let's get our mind working. Let's solve some interesting puzzles. Over the years, we have seen a lot of puzzles, some puzzles as mind blowing as Rubik's Cube, some puzzles as easy as the jigsaw puzzle. But today, let's talk about some mind draining one. It's the Tower of Hanoi. To make our pandemic more interesting and getting away from the boredom, say thanks to this guy. Back then in 1883, Edward Lucas invented this. For the ones who are just interested to solve the puzzles, we'll provide the link in the description to start solving one, and let's see in how many steps you can solve a puzzle. Do mention the number of steps required for you to solve your puzzle in the comment section below. And for the nerds, we got a programming aspect of this side. How programmatically you can solve this puzzle. So the rules are as follows. Rule 1. You can only move one disk at a time. Rule 2. You cannot place larger disk above the smaller one.
Here is a quick simulation of the Tower of Hanoi with 3 plates. Here, as you see that we are moving the smaller disk from the first pole to the second pole and the second disk, which is bigger than the previous disk, to the third pole, and again move the smallest disk from the second pole to the third pole, and finally move the largest disk from the first pole to the second pole. Now, moving the smallest disk to the first pole, the disk in the third pole to the second one, and lastly moving the smallest disk to the second pole. Let us look at the mathematical aspect now. To move n number of disks from one peg to another, you need 2 to the power n minus 1. So the number of steps almost double every time you insert another disk in the stack. What is the minimum number of moves an required to move all the n disks to another peg? Let's look at a recursive solution. Any guesses? Well, it's 7 moves for the previous simulation with 3 disks. Now let us look at the programmatical aspect. Here's an explanation for the code. 3 arrays are taken as global, where it can be seen as first array as first pole with the disk or elements, second and third as empty pole. Then the size is declared for 3 arrays. Number of moves is calculated from the formula. In the movement function, the elements are compared and placed accordingly to the poles they have been placed. Well, now we can see the output is displayed in the correct manner. The solution often turns out more beautiful than the puzzle, isn't it? Here's the summary for the code in the form of algorithm.
Thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up.